Good evening, everyone. Emergency vehicle going by there. Didn't make a video last weekend. I was a bit busy. Well, the date today is Monday, August 10th, 2026. So I didn't make a video last week. I was a bit busy moving the family from the Phoenix area where we resided for, I guess it's been about 6 or so years. Moving up from Tucson to Phoenix, and then now on to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where they're going to be um, for an undisclosed amount of time. We're not sure whether it's going to be a short-lived experience or whether they're going to want to make it one of our homes. But anyway, the reason I didn't make the video is actually a big fail on my part. It would have been a great video to make. And looking back at it, even while we were driving, I was telling them really should be recording or taking pictures or, oops, sorry, a little bit of sun there, of the experience. And we've moved across the country a few times. Short stint in North Carolina, and then obviously when I was in the military, there was some moving and whatnot. But this would have been a great opportunity to show some of the things along the way. But as anyone who's done it knows, that moving is a bit stressful, and you're trying to figure out best place to stop for the night, and making sure the hotel accepts animals. We have two dogs that we brought with us, just to make sure that we had um, adequate accommodations and things like that. So obviously my mind was on that, making sure, because we caravan, we took multiple vehicles. I had to make sure that everybody was accounted for, and just the dad thing. Um, Anytime it involves your family, you're just a nervous wreck, especially something as big as moving. Um, from Arizona to Indiana was good. My kids did very well. Actually, got us to push through. I was trying to stop a few hours away from Fort Wayne in the outskirts of Indianapolis, and my kids are like, it's just a couple more hours, just push through. And you know, pros and cons of that. Obviously, we didn't get in to Fort Wayne until between 1:30 and 2 in the morning, so that was rough. But hindsight, they were right. Then we didn't have to get up early that Tuesday morning and drive into Fort Wayne and get the keys for the place, and then start moving all of our belongings in. And then we had a storage unit. We had some friends that had put some stuff in there for us, um, which we appreciate very much, them helping us in that way. Had to go empty the storage unit, close that down, get rid of the storage unit. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to do in a short amount of time. So obviously I was not up for doing this along the way. It probably would have been a different side of me that you guys really wouldn't have appreciated as much. Um, just because of you know the, the difficult part of moving, and making sure everybody is good. But anyway, I didn't make one. Today's Monday. I didn't even make one Saturday or Sunday, and I kind of kicked myself. But again, I had went out on Saturday to Bass Pro and the um, Academy Sports that are down the road here from where I'm staying here in Wichita. And I thought, I'll make a film of Bass Pro, and maybe do that, or some of the stores around the area, and just kind of what it is. To be honest, a little spoiled. Um, in the Phoenix area, we have two really big, one Bass Pro and then one formerly Cabela's that is now owned by Bass Pro, but two really big stores. And the one here on the east side of Wichita, just it's great that it's a Bass Pro, and I'm all for that, but it does not hold a candle to the one we had out there in Mesa. That one, we got a little spoiled with the size of that store. So nixed that idea, grabbed lunch, and I thought, all right, I'll do something tomorrow. And so I went to the store and went to, I don't know, I forget, Harbor Freight or Home Depot, and then I went to Menards, and I thought, this is a terrible video. I thought, there's no way this is going to be a good video. So nix that idea. But today, I figured this explanation of why I didn't record last weekend or even the last couple of days, a little more understandable why I decided to do one today. Today would have been the 52nd birthday of, if not my favorite, then definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. And those of you that watch and know, Adam the Woo would have been 52 today. Um, I thought, you know what, I got to record today. It's an odd day. It's Monday, but you know, you look back at the career that he created and made for himself on YouTube, and I think he did something ridiculous, like over 5 years straight, every day in a row, a video. And I was belly aching about about recording the last couple of days, just because I didn't think I did anything exciting. But sometimes these are the videos that we need to see on YouTube. It's just sometimes it's people just kind of walking and talking, and it doesn't always have to be something great and spectacular. Like, Adam made a career of starting his career and um, utilizing his love for Disney, and then obviously he went on to the exploration stuff and abandoned locations, and um, I might have that flipped, and backwoods America, which I love that part of his catalog. I think that was one of my more favorite. I mean, I'm a huge Disney fan, but the backwoods of America, all the small towns. I just love that stuff. And even when I travel on for work, I try to find those little places and find little eateries and diners. And my wife will tell you that's my that's my bang zone. That's my spot. I love that part of America. You just meet the locals in a small town of less than 1,000 people. It's nothing better than that. That's real Americana. So Adam did that for a long time. Obviously, got into international travel. So I thought, what am I what am I griping about? Trying to create a video on a weekend with not doing anything exciting, because I'm trying to do things, especially where I travel for work. Um, that if you happen to be in those places, you think, hey, I saw that wacky guy on YouTube was here and he went to that place to eat, or he went to that store or whatnot, and that was pretty cool. I just want to check it out. And that's what this is. It's just pointing, shooting, and stating the obvious, right? That's the whole idea of what I wanted to do. And I think sometimes I really, really tend to overthink things. I really want things to work out a certain way, and sometimes I try to force things that, especially that, like I want to force an experience. Sometimes you just gotta point, shoot, and see what happens. And I need to get that mindset um, going a little bit more, and not be so worried about finding something spectacular all the time. Sometimes it can be this. Um, I definitely will this coming up weekend. I'm also here um, for this next coming up weekend. So that'll be what, today's the 10th. So, 15, 16, I'll be here. So I'll probably make another video next weekend. I'm going to try to get over to Station 8 Barbecue. If you saw my last video, that was the other one. I was going to go this last weekend. I just didn't feel like going downtown. It's a bit of a getting downtown here. It's not hard. It's still downtown. It's still a downtown area. I felt like just kind of relaxing here. I catching up on some sleep from the move, so that was kind of nice. The weekend after, though, I will be traveling probably back to Arizona, and then back here for the following weekend, and then back to Indiana on, I believe that would be Labor Day weekend. Um, may have something else going on. Not going to say anything just in case it doesn't happen. I don't want to blow it or ruin what would be really cool. Been talking to my middle son, Matthew, about it. He knows, I know, and nobody else. Um, that's what it's looking like for me for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I believe, through Labor Day. So again, this coming weekend, I will still be here in Wichita. I mean, I'll be here in Wichita till probably March next year, but I'll be in town next weekend, go to Phoenix, then back to Wichita the following weekend, Labor Day weekend. Like I said, either Indiana or TBD. And then after that, who knows? I may start traveling on the weekends that I'm still in Wichita. I may shoot into Missouri. There's a lot of things I want to see in the Missouri area. some property I want to look at. And I also wanted to go to Springfield. I had been driven through there many a times, but when I was a kid, we went to that's the original location, the original first Bass Pro Shops, the big one. I went there, I think I was like 13. Um, when we were on our way to Tennessee, my parents, my dad, who those of you who know my dad know he's a tournament fisherman for a while, for a lot of my childhood. Um, Obviously, that's like his mecca. So we went to Bass Pro Shop there in Springfield, Missouri. Unbelievable facility. So I'd like to go back there. Also, been thinking about heading up to Marceline, Missouri, which those of you that are Disney historians know that that is where Walt Disney grew up. Was not born there, was actually born in Chicago, Illinois, but he grew up in a farm majority of his or much of his childhood rather. In Marceline, Missouri, there's obviously a Walt Disney Museum there that I like to go visit. Obviously, Adam's been there, Justin Scard, my other favorite YouTuber, he's also been there as well as a bunch of the other guys as well. So I'd like to go sign my name, put my stamp on it. That would obviously go on this channel. I would record that, but there's a couple places over there. Obviously, Branson, drive through Branson again. I've been there many times, but really spend some time, take a look around, see what's going on. Being that I'm here in the Wichita area, that's not very far. So all in a day's drive, maybe spend the night there. Especially if I go up to Marceline, I'm not going to drive there and back in one day. I'll spend the night, maybe go up Friday after work, spend the night there, spend all day Saturday. If I feel like driving back, I drive back. If not, spend the night again. Maybe work it out, or my wife and kids can come on out as well. Meet me out there. Who knows? Again, just kind of speaking out loud about some ideas and some thoughts. So, anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble. Just had to get a lot of that out. I felt like I owed you an explanation as to why I didn't make a video last week, and I hope you can understand. But again, I probably should have. It would have been pretty cool to clip a lot of those. Welcome to New Mexico, welcome to Texas, welcome to Oklahoma, welcome to Missouri, welcome to Illinois, Indiana, all the signs. Would have been really cool to clip those all together and make a pretty cool video. Obviously, driving by the St. Louis Arches, went to Buc-ee's in Amarillo where we spent the night. Obviously, can't skip Buc-ee's. Yeah, so I appreciate you spending this almost 14 minutes with me. Again, if you kind of sorry, somebody's looking at me. They think I'm crazy. Obviously, this guy holding his phone talking to himself. If you like what's going on here, please subscribe. I haven't asked you guys to do that yet, but I hear a lot of the YouTubers do that. So hey, subscribe, click the notifications. That'll tell you when I do upload. I appreciate it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. That's another thing that I hear the YouTubers like to say. I'm trying to get in the rhythm of that. Bear with me. I'm new. I'm an old dad, so I'm not hip to a lot of it, even though I do understand a little bit of technology. Some of the lingo is still a little beyond me, but yeah. Hey, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate your time. Have a good evening. Remember, be nice and kind to each other. That's important in this world that we live in. Everybody wants to be mean and hostile. Be nice, be kind. It goes a long way. And I'm really starting to see that, especially out here in the Midwest and even down here into the Central Plains where, I'm at here in Kansas. People are so nice and kind. It's great. It's contagious. It just, it makes the days tolerable. And then, then you get ruined by what you see on the news. So block that stuff out. You can make a difference just by being nice and kind to somebody at the store, at a restaurant. Doesn't matter. Walking by someone, give them a nod, give them a hey, how you doing? Just be nice. Let's start that. Let's build on this circle of goodness that Adam the Woo had started, and just be good to each other. And remember, there's a God out there that loves you. So that being said, have a good evening. I'll see you next time.